What's up guys? Thank you so much for joining me for today's couch stuffing video. I am so thankful that you're here. If you're new here, welcome. My name is Briana. I am 32 years old. I live in Texas and I work full-time as an office manager at an air conditioning company. I have been budgeting using the cash stuffing method since 2020. I am debt-free besides my mortgage, and my current goal are a few savings goals: emergency fund, refinance, things like that. So if you're into budgeting, saving money, that type of thing, I hope you consider subscribing if you haven't already. And if you're not new, welcome back. If you caught that I said that I am now 32 instead of 31, that is correct. I did have a birthday earlier this week, so I am just getting on up there. Just kidding. But yes, I am 32 now. Thank you very much for everyone that told me happy birthday. I appreciate it so much. Today we are going to be stuffing $405. That is a little more than usual because I did get paid from YouTube. I got paid $216. So thank you to everyone who watches my videos. I appreciate it so much. And let's go ahead and get started. We are going to be starting off with car care as always, which is going to be getting $10. We have $500 in the bank, 20, 40, 60, 86. 610, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, and 665 total in car care. And I like to keep 500 of that in my savings account as like a mini emergency fund for car repairs. And then the rest I just keep on hand in case I need to buy anything or pay for repairs or anything like that. Coffee is going to be getting $5, and there is 5 in there, so we now have 10. I did get my free coffee from Dutch Bros for my birthday. I didn't realize they did that, but I thought that was so nice. And I got a pumpkin, I think it's called like a pumpkin brulee or something like that, and it was so good. I hope everyone is having a good week so far. Let me know what the weather is doing. You know me, I always gotta report the weather, but it is cooling down here finally. We were in the 90s for a long time, but we are now down into the 80s, which is awesome. Big improvement. I work in the air conditioning business, so it's nice to not have people constantly calling me telling me that their air is not working. Alrighty, moving over to sinking funds. Briana is gonna be getting 20. I have a few makeup items I need to restock on. I need foundation, makeup sponges, I need setting powder, and probably a couple more things that I can't think of right now, so I need to dip into here soon. But for now, we have 20, 40, 60, 80, 90, 100, 105, and 110 in Briana, which is a spending category for whatever I want to buy for myself. Miss Candy is going to be getting 20, and that is my dog for anyone who might be new. She has a vet appointment coming up tomorrow, actually, which is very good because I've been meaning to schedule that. And although I am going to have to miss work, which is annoying because the vet is only open 8 to 5 Monday through Friday, I told my boss, hey, I'm coming in late tomorrow, and he was cool with it. So we are getting Candy checked out. It's just her normal vaccines and whatnot, and she needs her nails trimmed because she refuses to let me trim them. She acts as if I am torturing her when I cut her nails. So actually, when she goes to the vet, it takes 2 people to cut her nails. One person has to hold her and the other person has to cut. It's pretty funny because she's a 10-pound chihuahua, but she's very strong. So she has 800 in the bank, 900, 920, 40, 60, 80, 1,000, 1,020, 40, 50, 55, and 1,060 in her envelope. And I don't know how much her appointment is going to be tomorrow, but obviously we are stocked up and ready for that, which is going to be so nice. And I also have to re-up on her Brevecto that she gets every 3 months. She is laying on the floor right over here, so if you hear snoring, she is taking a little nap. Christmas is getting 20 as always. I have been saving 20 in this envelope every week this year, and I have been spending out of here. I got my mom a couple things, I got both of my sisters a couple things, and we are currently at 500 in the bank, 600, 620, 40, 60, 70, and 675 in Christmas. Let me know how your Christmas shopping is going. And if you haven't started yet, here's your reminder to start now. Don't wait till the last minute because it's just so stressful when you wait. until it gets super busy in the stores and everyone's getting in each other's way. Yeah, we're not gonna do that this year. So go ahead and get started if you haven't yet. Clothing is gonna get $10. Just slowly putting some in here. We have 20, 40, 50, 60, 65, and 70 in clothing. And I actually did take 40 out of here the other day because I bought myself a pair of leggings that were $40. They're gonna be here on Friday, so I'm very excited. I'm very much a leggings girl. I got flares this time to mix it up. I really like flared leggings. I think they're just so cute, and especially for fall, I just think they're precious. Family is getting $5, and it currently has 20, 40, 60, 65, 70, 75, 80, 85, 90, 95, and 100 in family. That is awesome. I need to condense this one down a little bit because there's a ton of fives in there. I did go on my birthday trip last weekend and it was very fun. I hadn't been to Galveston in a long time, like 9 years, I think. And it was very busy. The traffic there, if you've been to Galveston, let me know if you agree, but the traffic there is crazy. The streets, a lot of them are one way, and I don't know, it's just like the speed limit is 30, but everyone's driving like 50 and like getting mad at you when you're driving the speed limit. I thought it was very interesting. For being an island and the beach, you would think it would be like a nice, chill, slow-paced place, but it definitely was not. It was quite hectic and a little different than what I expected, but I still had fun. It's always good to get out of town no matter where you're going. Fun is getting 10, and I don't know if I put it in there already, but I'm going to now, and if we're short a 10, we will all remember where it is. So we have 20, 40, 50, 60, 65, and 70 in fun. I haven't spent out of here recently because I used my travel envelope for the trip that I went on, so fun is still looking good. Next up, we have gifts, which is getting $10 as well. Currently saving up for my sister's birthday, which is in January. But if anything pops up before then that I'm not currently aware of, I will obviously use it for that. But the next birthday I have is in January. We have 100 in the bank, 200, 210, 220, 230, and 235 total in gifts, which is an awesome amount. I am very proud of myself for having that much in there. Health is not getting anything. There is 500 in the bank and 40 in cash. I'm kind of just letting that sit there until I spend out of it, because 540 I feel like is a good amount. I like to keep some in cash just in case I need like over-the-counter medications or Band-Aids or something along those lines, but it's good for now. But home is going to be getting $5. And it currently has 20, 40, 60, 80, 90, 100, 110, 20, 30, 40, 45, and 150 in home, which is awesome. If you followed me back in the day when I lived in my apartment, my home envelope was always one that I was spending out of, and it was such a hard time for me to get it over like $40 because I was constantly spending out of it. But now that I have moved into my house and I feel like I have everything that I really need in here. Obviously there's some decor that I want, but as far as major needs go, I feel like I have them, so I haven't really been spending out of here very much. You would think moving into a house and being a homeowner, I would spend more out of home, but it's actually been building up, which is nice. I do need some decor though. I've kind of been slacking on that, especially in the living room. There's nothing on the walls in there because I just haven't found the right pieces yet, and art is very expensive. Even if it's just from like Home Goods or something, it's still a little pricey, so I am still being picky about that. Lawn care is getting $20. I have some pretty expensive projects I want to do whenever spring comes back around next year. We have 200 in the bank, 220, 40, 60, 80, 300, 310, and 315 in lawn care. I have some flower beds I need to work on. I need to work on the grass as well because there's a lot of bald spots back in the back especially, but also in the front. So definitely gonna be working on that, and I don't know how much all that's gonna cost, so I just wanna be nice and prepared for when the time comes. And then Sam's Club is getting 10. We have 20, 40, 60, 80, 100, 110, 20, 30, 40, 150, and 155 in Sam's. I don't really have a goal for that one. I just keep putting money in it until we go to Sam's, and then I kind of just restart. Next up, we have self-care, which is going to be getting $30. I am saving up for my next hair appointment, as always. It is actually not until December, which is crazy, that we're that close to December that my next hair appointment is not until December. Whenever we were booking, she was like, okay, December 4th or whatever day it was, and I was like, are you kidding me? I'm not going to see you till December, and then it's going to be 2026. Just crazy how fast time is flying. But we have $50 in self-care. I get my hair done every 7 to 8 weeks, depending on her availability, because I have fake blonde hair. So I obviously have to do that. A very strict schedule, and it is $180 per visit, which is great. Alrighty, and last up in this binder, we have travel. I did have $300 left over from my trip, which is fantastic. And I am putting $10 in there, so we now have $310. I went ahead and moved that $300 over to my Ally savings account because I am not traveling again until the end of December. So might as well put that money where it's safe and sound and earning me interest. So we have $310 in there. And like I just mentioned, I am traveling again at the end of December. We are going on our family ski trip, which is very exciting. We'll be going to New Mexico, so I have to start saving up for that next, and that's coming up very quickly. So I might have to start putting more money in that envelope than I originally thought because, you know, driving out of state and staying there for a week is expensive. So I definitely need to figure out how much I need to put in there per week because I only have $310 and that's not going to cut it. Alrighty, this binder is prop money. That is why it is separated from the rest, just so everybody is clear that this is prop money. The real money is in my savings account, and I just put this in here for counting purposes, just so we have something to count together. Future is getting $10. This is just a category that I made for future purchases. It doesn't really have anything specific that I'm saving up for, but whenever it comes around, I'll know. We have 100, 110, 120, 130, and 140 in future. That is adding up very nicely. I'm so happy that I decided to start that category. Refinance is getting $200 this week. $100 is from my normal paycheck, and then I decided to take $100 from my YouTube paycheck and put it into refinance because this is one that I'm really trying to finish off by the end of the year. My goal is $3,000, and we are currently at $500, $600, $700, $800, $900, $1,000, $1,020, $1,040, $1,060, $1,070, $75, $76, $77, $78, and $79. So $1,079, if I counted that correctly. I definitely need to condense this into some smaller prop money, which I will do off camera, but $1,079 is very good. We finally passed that first 1,000, so we have less than 2,000 to go, which is fantastic. And I'm not even gonna say I'm gonna try. I will have that done by the end of the year so that I can move on to my next goals. One of which is adding to my emergency fund. I currently have 3 months saved up. I actually might be closer to 4 months now of living expenses, but I want to get to a full 6 months, but that's gonna take me a really long time because I'm only adding $10 at a time, just because I'm focusing more on refinance right now. But we have 700, 7,100, 110, 120, 130, and 7,140 in my emergency fund, which is very good. I am so happy to have that and so thankful that I'm even able to save anything at all. It just gives you so much peace of mind because especially being a homeowner, things are gonna break. It's just inevitable. Things are gonna go wrong. You're gonna have to pay to fix things, and knowing this money is there just makes me feel so good and so peaceful. And I feel like I could just never have enough in my emergency fund, so I might just keep working on that forever because I know I'm gonna be spinning out of there eventually. And with that, that is a wrap on this week's video, guys. Thank you so much for watching. If you haven't subscribed yet, please consider doing so if you enjoyed the video. Give me a thumbs up and catch me here next week. I upload these videos every Thursday, so hope to see you then. Until then, have a great rest of your week and a great weekend, and I will see you guys very soon. Bye.